Most people don't know much about beer, but they know what they like. To really get into understanding beer, it's important that you understand how we taste beer in a formal setting. And that is, we use all of our senses. Now, I'm not expecting anybody in the company other than brewers to know all the technical details that compose a beer, how much diacetyl something has or acetaldehyde, but we do expect you to understand how we evaluate beer in a general way. And that is, first of all, does it look good? Take a look at it. This particular beer, it's a Czech Pilsner. It's a beautiful golden clear color, well filtered, well carbonated, gorgeous beer. You kind of have the anticipation that it's going to be fairly thirst quenching. Then you swirl it around, and what that's doing is releasing the bubbles, because that's where the aroma is. Now, most of what you're experiencing with the flavor of the beer is actually your olfactory system or through your nose. So you take a big whiff. You get some of the biscuity, bready malt character that the Czech Pils has, but more you get some of the grassy floral notes that the signature Saaz hops contribute to Czech Pils. And then finally, after you look and sniff, you take a good long sip and swirl it around your mouth, and then swallow. It's important that you swallow when we're drinking beer because bitterness is mostly perceived on the back of your palate, and a big part of beer is the bitterness. Wow, there's definitely some bitterness in the Czech Pilsner. It's a lot more bitter than you think it will be just by looking at it, but it's an excellent beer. It's got a lot of different components to it. So as you move on down the line, the next one we're going to go to is a Hefeweizen. And that's why I have these glasses half full, is so you can swirl it around, because that's what we do if we were in a formal setting like judging at the Great American Beer Festival. So you swirl the Hefeweizen around. It's got a nice lot of carbonation in it, and that's very true of Hefeweizen. It's more carbonated than most beers. But you can see it's kind of cloudy. It's certainly still a little golden on the color side, but it has some haze to it. And the reason that is that we want the yeast to still be in suspension, because a lot of the flavor is coming from the yeast. So you can have that anticipation that I'll bet this beer has got some fruity character to it if it's cloudy like it is. Take a sniff. Wow, that is very different from the Czech Pilsner. There's a lot of banana clove character to it, so a fruity and a spiciness that's kind of true of all the fruity beers, if you will, fruity, spicy beers that we serve. You take the sip. Wow. Very refreshing, very fruity. This is one of those beers that a lot of people that don't like beer really like, because it doesn't taste as much like beer as, let's say, a Czech Pilsner. You feel that carbonation. It's very spritey and quite refreshing.